could do. Oh wait, no, look at this. Like there's another mode. So you can do this. That was my intro. Hello and welcome to another episode of Fish and Forage. My name is Zach and I am here today with my buddy Jeff.
Hi.
And we are hunting for chanterelles. And Jeff has never hunted for chanterelles before, so
Pretty exciting.
it should be a good day. He's had chanterelles, but he's never hunted for them himself. Anyway, for you folks at home who have not hunted chanterelles before, this is what we're after. These are what we're looking for. Oh, that's a good looking one. So, do you have a pocket knife? Cut it at the base so you can kind of dig down a little bit and cut the mushroom off. Yeah, right at the bottom there. Oh. So this is a perfect example of chanterelle. Actually, it's not perfect. So some of this, like when it's squishy like that, actually is the whole thing squishy? Yeah, it's salvageable. So you can kind of cut off those ugly parts. I usually do that, just cut them off before you put it in the bag. One of the good pieces of advice is that if you are hunting mushrooms and you find one, stop, don't move anywhere, and just look around. And we already know that there's more, so let's go pick the other ones. Literally right over here, we have that guy. Boom. And then underneath here, there's another one. And there's probably more that we haven't seen yet, but we stopped to get the camera rolling. But we're going to pick these couple, and then we're going to look at them in a closer view and teach Jeff how to identify them and how to not pick the wrong ones. So you want to be careful and unbury the bottom a little bit like that. Oh God! Fix yourself, camera. This is embarrassing. So cut the bottom there. This is a good one. This one's very firm. Supple. Boom, look at that beautiful specimen. So I usually recommend, before putting in your bag, to brush off some of the dirt or the pine needles, because if you keep your mushrooms relatively clean going into the bag, then all of your mushrooms are going to be much cleaner when you have to go home and clean them. We found our first couple mushrooms, so I want to go over just the basic characteristics, how to identify them, where to find them, and make sure that, you know, if you come out here on your own, you can have a better understanding of what's going on. So, this is the chanterelle. This is a golden chanterelle. They range all along the Coast Range, all along the Cascades. They're one of the foolproof 4, which means that they're easy to identify. There's no deadly lookalikes. They are choice, very tasty mushrooms, and they're a great starter mushroom if you're learning how to hunt for mushrooms. So this is Jeff's first time, so I'm going to go over some basics of how to identify these. So as you can tell, the color's a big one, like that orange golden color. They have false gills. So if you notice really close, I'll show the camera. They don't have a standard set of like paper-like gills. They're more like veins. And as you can see, there's no separation between the cap and the stem. There's a smooth transition between like the gills, quote unquote gills, and the stem. There's no hard cutoff, which is an important factor. False gills, or I'll call them veins, they branch off. So if you notice and you follow them, they'll actually branch off into multiple veins going up. So that's another big tell, is that the veins will actually branch off and fork. They smell earthy and kind of like apricots. They smell really good. It's kind of hard to smell when you're first starting out, but when you get a full bag of them, it's a lot more prominent. The caps are often not very symmetrical. So as you can see, this is like all the edges are really warbly, and this one's broken in some places. It's pretty rare to find perfectly circular chanterelles, so that's another good way to identify them. They are not hollow, so if you see the top, there's no hole there, and the stem is completely full. There are lookalikes that have a hollow stem, and it'll go all the way to the cap, so that's another good tell. Like if you see one that's hollow, it's a scaly chanterelle and not a true chanterelle. They actually have a large range. They come all the way down into like the newer growth forest, which is what we're in here. You can see a lot of undergrowth, a lot of shorter trees and bushes. One thing that I found that's pretty universal is they like moss, but you can see it underneath the leaves. There is some moss here, and they seem to like that. They also like under ferns and under this leafy foliage are also spots that I've found that you can commonly find these things. The elevation is usually, I would say, probably a minimum like 1,000 feet. That's probably about where we're at here, all the way up to like 2,500, 3,000 feet. If you have any old growth forests in your area, it's a lot easier to hunt than stuff like this because it's much more open. There's not as many bushes and whatnot. It's easier to spot from a long ways away, so I usually recommend starting there because it's just a lot easier to find mushrooms in. But they grow everywhere, and you'll see me and Jeff crawling through the bushes for them here, so if you don't got old growth forests, don't be too upset because you can find them here. We use mesh bags, so you hold it up. These are actually laundry bags. I recommend these because it allows the spores from the mushrooms you cut to fall through and continue propagating in the forest. I feel like that's important. Also, there is a huge, I wouldn't call it argument. There's two groups on the internet. There's the group that says you can pluck them, and there's the group that says you can cut them. I cut them. I actually have this. So I cut them. I have this nice knife, which you can, I'll have a link to this in the description below. But it has a brush on the end that lets you brush those nice chanterelles clean, which is a huge bonus because you want to keep your mushrooms as clean as possible. But I usually cut them. You can cut them pretty low to the base. You don't lose out on anything. Usually you cut off that dirty bottom anyway. I think that's about it. We went through like everything. Yeah. So now we're going to go stomp through the woods and find some more mushrooms. Hopefully we can get a good haul. Anyway guys, let's do this. Let's find some mushrooms and have a good day of it. This is a leaf. That is not a mushroom. Like those ones. Oh yeah. Oh, the bottom looks so pretty. Perfect. This is a lobster mushroom. That's what we like to see. This is just the edge of the potentially good area too. I love foraging in general. Just the idea of coming out into the woods and finding things to eat, like that you just pluck off the ground. I always tell people it tickles that part of your lizard brain that's back from before we were human, just having that hunter-gatherer mentality. How many of you guys mushroom hunt? Let me know in the comments below if you've ever mushroom hunted before, or if it's something that you're looking to do. I'd love to hear your mushrooming stories. I don't really know which way I'm going. This is a bad way to go. I'm going back. Ew. Guys are a little dirty. Clean you off a little bit there. Alrighty guys, spot number 2.5, and it looks promising already. Jess and I came here a couple weeks ago and found some, and so we kind of just beelined, oh right there too. We kind of just beelined right for this spot because I knew there was going to be some mushrooms, or hoping that there was going to be some mushrooms, and there is. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 mushrooms here, and this is just a preliminary search. Like, we haven't even moved over there. So I'm gonna put you on the chest cam, bloop, and we're gonna go pick some mushrooms. You ready for this? Okay. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about, because there's that one right there, that one right here, that one right there, this one over here, some small ones, that one right there. So be careful when you're walking here, because literally, like,
yeah,
like, I don't know if you can see on the camera, literally just right there. So many. All right, well, this is what I'm talking about, Jeff. This is what I'm talking about. Little baby guy here. Doesn't matter if they're small or big, there's no ripening process. So if the mushroom is out and a mushroom, it'll taste just like a big one. This is a very pretty looking one, actually. Oh, I'm so excited, Jeff. Oh, look at that one. Jeff found a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, oh my God. I'm almost stepping on one. There's a bunch of forest debris everywhere. getting all my mushrooms dirty. The stems taste good too. There's no difference between the cap and the stem as far as flavor or whatnot. It's another good thing to know.
Good one right there.
There's a little guy. Yeah, right here. There's one right here. There's one over here. Jeez, there's one right there. This is nuts. This is a good patch.
Yeah.
Yes!
I am so freaking stoked.
I think we'll count those as your first mushrooms, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff found his first chanterelles.
Woo!
I'm so proud of you. You've come so far.
Oh, I'm so proud.
So, in the last hour and a half. Look at that. Oh, Jeff.
Whoa. Damn.
Okay. Well, that was a good little spot. Unless it was like a really bad year and I was like really jonesing for him, I would never buy him. Because it's like you literally in one spot you found a carton's worth, you know. There's $8 or $10 or however much they sell for nowadays. You only gotta get outside and get a little dirty. Explore the outdoors. Does Jeff not look like a natural mushroom hunter in that garb or not? Like seriously. Looks like a goddamn professional.
You might be cool, but you're not too pop collars cool.
I cannot even be that cool right now, Jeff. Even if I wanted to. I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. If you are, definitely think about going below and hitting that sub button so you don't miss any of my future videos. And also hit that like button for this video in particular. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps my channel overall. So I do appreciate that, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Look at that. That's huge. Whew. Damn it, you're all dirty again. That did not help at all. So we're done here today. We just got done with our last spot, technically a third spot, but really just the second one that we took seriously. We got a nice haul of mushrooms. I think we probably got 10 pounds total, at least. We're very, very happy with being able to get so many mushrooms. This is the best day I've had so far this year, and Jeff's first day out hunting. He found his first set of chanterelles, so it was a good day. How do you feel about that, Jeff?
Pretty exciting.
Yeah,
Pretty stoked to do it.
I'm excited. I'm glad we did good.
Yeah.
Like, it's very, very ideal day. But it is literally pouring down rain suddenly, so we're gonna get in the car and go back into our warm clothes that aren't soaking wet. Anyway, guys, see you later. Let's get out of here. Woo.